Never sneeze into your hands, definitely not. And never sneeze in front of people. Some people, like, you know,
can't help that.
Just imagine if you're in a lift or an elevator. Yeah, that's a confined environment, so you really can't help it. But then again, please turn to the corner and sneeze either into your sleeve or, you know, just don't sneeze out. You know, and at that point in time, hopefully you've got a handkerchief in your hand, you know. Sometimes, again, I mentioned if you sneeze in the morning and you haven't cleaned your breath, chances are what? You're going to sneeze and have a smell. Sometimes you might take some mint into your mouth or a breath freshener into your mouth, especially if you sneeze, because you will smell it yourself, unfortunately. And if you haven't eaten for the day, you can imagine the bacteria waking up with, it's going to definitely smell. Okay, still talking about sneezing. How do you prevent sneezing? Because it's a natural thing. All of us are going to go through it, you know. I would say if you see that a cold or a flu is coming up, you feel a bit weary and you're feeling like your nose is being a bit congested, you need to take care of it immediately. You're likely going to come down with something, a cold. And, of course, when you come down with a cold, you're likely going to sneeze. So take the right medication, of course. If someone has sneezed around you, you know, again, at the same time, take medication, take prevention. If you feel your nose feels blocked, blow it out. Don't just wait. Blow out whatever is there, because that will also help you stop, you know, sneezing.
Some people say that if you press on your nose when
I was going to say that. So, yes. So basically what they tell you to do is hold up the rib of your nose here. Press it, not tightly, because that will then tend to stop a sneeze from coming. But then how many places are you going to do all that?
Does it work?
It does, actually. You hold it here and you stop the sneeze. But then again, it's a cleansing process, so why hold it? The best thing is to let it out. You know, really do let it out. And you know something too, to be honest with you, some doctors have said that when you're sneezing a lot, it's sometimes a sign of stress. It means you haven't got enough rest, and your system needs to rest. If you're sneezing a lot and you feel you've been overworked over the past few days or weeks or so, then you need to take a conscious effort to rest. At the same time too, you need to take a lot of water. Sometimes sneezing is brought about by dehydration. You know, you're overworked, you're dehydrated, or you've been out in the sun, or you're working on a project and it takes you out a lot. You know, if you're dehydrated, you still need to take a lot of water. In the same light too, nutrition.
That part of being stressed, I think the workaholics need to hear that. Maybe you should go back again.
I should go.
That if you're sneezing, just know that you might be tired, because sometimes you don't even realize
it actually happens to me. When I'm sneezing a lot, you know, it is for me a sign of being stressed. And it means I need to take it easy. I need to stay, you know, lie low and rest. Consciously take some rest. Like, this is it. Draw a line, rest for a couple of hours, or rest for a day or so, you know, or rest for the weekend, and then you pick up again, because your body is crashing. It's a sign of your body is crashing. So you need to take good water, and of course, eat well. You know, nutrition is also a very, you know, important part of the body, cleansing system as well. You have to eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, definitely, in your diet, you know, and take out what you think is bad for your health, because it all works. It's one system, it's one body. And when your body is crashing, it means that lots of things are missing, you know, at the end of the day. And I would say definitely be very careful when it comes to prevention, touching things that a lot of people touch in public places. So you would say, well, okay, the toilet handle, the door, the tap, buttons, knobs, where everyone touches. And sometimes you have to be very sensitive. I mean, we take it for granted, but honestly speaking, there are some work environments, before you enter the office, they tell you to use the hand sanitizer, right? And everywhere you go, there's hand sanitizer everywhere. We shouldn't be ignorant of the fact that it's important. Now, I remember when I was looking for hand sanitizer, I went to so many places and they said, no, we don't sell anymore because it gets expired. People don't buy it anymore. There needs to be an epidemic before people will buy it. And I don't think that should be, because I think everyone should really have something to clean their hands at any point in time. Imagine you've shaken, you know, you've sneezed, you've shaken someone else's hand, and that person is at a cocktail event and they're using their hands to eat. You know, little things. You can imagine how you pick up germs. You pick up germs very easily. But it's a conscious effort on all our part to make sure that we stay hygienic at all times. And when we know it, knowledge is power.
Okay. We'll take a moment and then we'll return.
Come back. Thank you.
Go that way. Welcome back. Janet,
Still talking about sneezing.
yeah, we're still talking about etiquette of sneezing. Now, there are those who have this ailment.
Yes, hay fever.
Okay.
I was going to say there are some people that typically know that every year when things come out like pollen, dust, maybe the raining season,
Springtime.
yes, maybe the harmattan season, springtime, they know that they have hay fever, and the tendency is that they will always be sneezing. When you know you have those symptoms, you know, I would suggest go and get the jab, get the injection, you know, the annual jab to protect yourself. And if you know that you're somebody who reacts to allergies very easily, you know, you could be in an environment that is a little bit dusty, before you know it, you're literally sneezing. You need to take care of that as well. Be mindful of the allergies that you actually have, and, you know, yeah, protect yourself against them, because you could ignore them. But many people know, you know, that they're likely going to sneeze in certain areas. So once again, you must always have your tissue paper and your handkerchief.
So
you know?
tell me, I am on air, I'm on the news.
Yes.
I've just taken the first story, and the film comes on. As the film's ending, I feel a sneeze coming.
I would ask
What am I
you, what would you
supposed to
do?
No, what am I supposed to do?
Well, generally,
Sneeze it.
well, you'd have to take a break to do that, because you can't do it on live TV, you know.
Yes.
But even at that, let's say you took a break, and because you were holding your sneeze and there was a break, and you don't have anything around you, maybe you should, I guess at this time, handkerchief in your pocket would be good, so you can bring it out. Basically, the first thing you're going to do when you know that there's nothing around you is definitely sneeze into your elbow, you know, or into your sleeve at that point in time, because you don't want to sneeze in a confined environment, because again, a lot of people will feel offended by that, you know, because of what you're letting out.
You don't have time to call for a break. The sneeze is already upon you.
Auntie, have you
And you're
sneezed on
live.
TV? Live?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So sometimes if there's nothing you can do, but like you told me that you hold it. And
No,
you know, everybody has a strategy.
Sometimes you can't hold it.
Yeah, it's going to
One
come
of
out.
And it's just come out.
So don't, whatever you do, don't let it come out. So you're going to, at this point in time, yes, straight away.
But what if it does come out? Apologize.
Absolutely.
And move on.
Absolutely. You got it there. Because this is, I mean, we're human beings. Anything can happen. And that's it. Don't just sneeze, you know. And
In people's faces.
In people's faces.
And just do
get
as if
along
nothing
with
has
it,
happened.
Yeah, just apologize. And people will know that, oh, well, that's life. It happens, you know. And, you know, at least people will know that you're courteous enough to recognize that, you know.
Okay, so how do you react when someone sneezes in front of you or sneezes in your face?
Right. At that point in time.
Ouch.
Ouch. A big ouch. What are you going to do? First of all, you move away from that person, you know. You may stare at the person
he's
like,
got the flu.
But
Give them the eye.
You know, and even at that point in time, it might surprise you. You might want to say, would you like a tissue, please? Because do you know if another sneeze is coming? Another one is coming, because they might likely sneeze again, you know, unconsciously.
And again.
Yeah. And say, would you like a piece of tissue? Would you like a tissue or something, you know? Because at that point in time, you're not going to tell the person, you know what, when you're sneezing next time, just turn the other way. But this is it. This is why the knowledge is important.
The knowledge of sneeze.
The knowledge of how to sneeze. The protocol behind sneezing, you know.
How to sneeze.
It's natural. It's just a natural thing.
Janet, come. Is there a how to everything?
She's telling us how to cough next.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
And how to cut the cheese.
But you know what? Knowledge is really power. And it's really about being sensitive about what you do and where you are and how you are around people. And that's it. Conduct and behavior says a lot about you, actually. You know, and it's not to say it's cast in concrete that this is how you should do it all the time. But a lot of things, to be honest, are common sense.
Would it be right then to